Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I want to just briefly talk about tone. Tone is one of the most important ways to express yourself and to effectively express yourself through music. So what is tone? Let me just show you. Tone is something that we all have actually, and we use tone to communicate with others and let someone understand you and let someone approve of you or disapprove of you or hate you or love you. We all have this voice, right, that we all use. And in that voice, we all have to tone. And your tone is not the same as mine, and it shouldn't be, because through your tone, people are going to recognize you and not me, right? Therefore, tone is an extremely characteristic and dramatic aspect, when it comes to just daily communicating and in music as well. So what I just presented to you and this phrase, but if I did la da da dee da 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 la dee da da dee da, tone is just a reflection of reality. It really is. So what I'm doing here is I'm imagining a person in agony, or being sorrowful, being sad, and he's just kind of mumbling to himself because he's just so tired of this situation that he's in, right? So la da, 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 da. It's like he doesn't have the energy to go on. So how do you play tone? How do you play beautifully through tone? It's a question of the century, right? And answers come and go in different ways, and we all get different subjective answers because it should be subjective. But there's one thing not to do, and that is having the same exact tone throughout the piece, because that's not how we communicate with other people. When we get mad, our voices rise and we amplify our idea or our belief. And some of us are introverts and just staying home, and when you're just communicating with your family, it's like, hey, can you get me this or that? We just might talk simply and softly like this. And both are beautiful, right? It's just different dimensions of expressing. So how? In piano, weight and speed, velocity are what makes up the tone. That's it, really. So, for example, let's say you want to express this way. For me, I emphasize the first note and give that, and just let everything flow. But if you want to do this instead, that works also, Whatever works for you, whatever you feel, whatever it touches you is right. So what I did here is I put a little weight with my wrists, not my fingers, with my wrist only. So, and I just let the rest flow by lifting my wrist. And just let it flow by. Just doing it, letting it do its job. Right? So. But if you want to do, you know, you can do that too. You just have to simply put the weight on this note. Now, it's really important not to put any strength or any pressure in your fingers, because if that's the case, it's gonna give you a very artificial sound, and I don't like that. It's like, you know, so what you want to, I mean, in some cases there are scenarios where this kind of, you know, this kind of sound is fun and maybe necessary, but maybe not here. So what if I want to put a little weight on this one? You know, you just have to push with your wrist, gently push with your wrist, and let the weight flow through this note. That's it. You see? That works too, right? You know, try this at home, and if you can get the sense of it, the power of your expression is going to be limitless, really. You know, you can literally play the same twice and people will not know by you just switching up the tones a little bit. Really, it's that effective. So something like that. So have fun. The most important thing to remember is you have to always feel loose when you're playing, and the only weight to use is through your arms and through your wrists. It's not to play with your fingers, not to use your fingers as, you know, the foundation of power, or I don't even know what that means, power. The foundation of, you know, creating the tone. It all comes from your wrist, and really not too much with the finger movement. Right? Your fingers are there just to locate and play the note, how your brain, how your heart, how your arm, how your wrist commands, and that's really it. If you think like that, suddenly the piano may get more interesting, may get a little bit easier for your mind to understand. So try it at home. Let me know how it goes, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. You know what? Don't even consider. Yeah, subscribe now. You're still, look at me. I'm laughing right now. have a great week. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.